I consider myself a foodie. I love food. I love eating food, traveling and experiencing different cultures and their foods, trying new restaurants, eating when others cook for me especially, and recently started loving to cook food myself as I began learning some new skills and trying some recipes out. Somewhere along the way, I connected being a foodie and enjoying food to eating to the point of uncomfortable fullness, usually when the food was super tasty. In this video, I'm going to talk about a trick that helped me stop overeating. Hey friends, I'm Christina, and on this channel, I talk about lean eating skills and the psychology of fat loss without restrictive diets and calorie counting while keeping the fun in life because dieting sucks. I used to joke about how much I overate and talked about why I stopped buying pants without any spandex in them. I will probably continue to do that because I just value being comfy and I have an aversion to stiff clothing. But as I have been sorting through my own nutritional and health journey these last few years, I began learning from people who were also foodies, but managed to keep an eye on their health, fitness, and didn't diet. I wanted to know the secret. That's part of the reason why I wanted to become a nutrition coach. These amazing people were also foodies who showed me that being healthy does not mean you have to be on some crazy restrictive diet or take some magical weight loss shake or buy some expensive restrictive eating program like we have all been led to believe by the diet industry. You can still enjoy food. Yay! There is a lot of mindset work involved for sure, and the whole piece of body image and body acceptance plays a huge role in my own journey as well, but that's a story for another day. This trick I mentioned above, it's really all about not overeating. I didn't even realize that's what I was really doing until someone gave me the vocabulary for it. I just labeled it as enjoying my food, but it was happening at more meals than not. I started learning to tune in and slow down while eating. It seems so simple, but actually can take some practice. Many of us are juggling so many things, we rarely take things slowly because we have this busy, obsessed culture. Some of my clients also bring up the fact that they have only a short break for their lunch meal, for example, so they almost have to scarf it down before getting back to work. Some of my clients don't even take a break for lunch and they just eat while they are still working. This distracted and rushed eating can lead to a lack of awareness of our built-in mechanisms for understanding when our body is satisfied. While mindfulness around eating can bring in a whole host of ideas for skills you can practice, here's one of my favorites. It's called taking halftime. Maybe you'd like to try it. It's something I'm focusing on this week especially because the food in my house this week is super yummy and I want to enjoy it. So here's how it works. It's very simple, but it takes some planning. Before you begin eating at your next meal or whenever you plan to try this, look at the plate of food set before you. Maybe your mom made homemade calzones in 3 flavors and you're wanting to try a piece of each of them. Decide at the beginning of the meal which ones you're going to start with. Pepperoni, obviously, and when you're going to take a bit of a break and just check in with yourself. With my personal example, maybe you stop at 2 pieces and see how satisfied you are. You can also just eat about half the amount of food on your plate. Another way to practice this is by way of a timer. If you start eating at 6:30, take a pause about 10 minutes in and see how you feel. You may be closer to satisfied than you think. If you want that 3rd piece, and you feel hungry for it, or you're just not quite satisfied yet, great. The point is, most of us are not eating mindfully, and we can take that intentional break just to check in with our bodies and avoid overeating. Also, it's totally fine not to finish that last piece if it's going to make me even a little bit uncomfortably full. I'm speaking to myself here, but you get the point. I would love to hear if you try this out for yourself. Leave a comment below and let me know how it goes.